Hi guys, and welcome back for another video. Today we'll be looking at the Minivolt by Council of Vapor. The Minivolt is one of the smallest box mods ever released to the market. It has a 1300 mAh battery inside. It's internal, so you cannot replace it. It has USB charging, 3 buttons, a really small OLED display on the top. It goes from 5 to 40 watts, and you can basically increase that in 0.1 increments. And it has 3 output power modes. So before we talk a little bit more about this small little guy here, let's dive down and have a closer look at it. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the Minivolt. The Minivolt comes in this nice plastic packaging. It's a plastic box. On the side we have the Council of Vapor, their website, and on this side it says it's 40 watts and it's the black model. It also comes in a few other different colors. I will leave the link below so you can check it out. So we open the box like so, and inside we do have the mod itself. There's nothing more. There's also some packaging where you can get a tank with this mod, but this one is just the mod by itself. And underneath we do get the USB cable, and that's about all there is to the mod. Okay, underneath, short instructional manual, and I think that's a sticker, or not, or it's just a business card. Not really sure. You can check it out. Okay. So let's leave that aside, put this away, and let's check the Minivolt. On top we have a small OLED display, a 510 spring-loaded pin connection here. On the side there's a fire button, the wattage up and a wattage down button, and on the bottom there is a USB charging port. The dimensions of the mod in length like so, it's 35 millimeters, 22 millimeters in width, and 56 millimeters in height. The mod itself weighs about 96 grams, so it's really light, given that the battery is already inside. So another thing that we can check out while we're down here is some size comparisons. So I will take first of all a 18650 battery just to check the size. So it's even like smaller in height than an 18650 battery. Next to that I will put the EVIC VTC Mini. Everybody knows how that looks like, and it really kind of dwarfs it. It's not so much on top when you look, but in size it's really bigger. Another thing to check out now is how do different types of eddies look on that, and let's start with a tugboat. Let's screw that one on. Looking pretty good. Maybe the drip tip looks a little bit big here. Okay. Next we'll put on the Wise Mac Amor. I'm not really sure how that's pronounced. Wise Mac. Let's screw that on. That's how I've been using it, basically. Pretty nice. Nice little combo. It's a 22 millimeter Addy, so looking good. What else can we put on? Let's put on the K-Fun V4. Now, of course, the K-Fun V4 is pretty much like bigger than the mod itself, so I'm not really sure how that's gonna work, but it could work. Yeah, kind of top heavy. Okay. Same if you put on something like the sub tank. Again, we have this top heavy. Not looking so bad, but still, I don't think that's what it's meant for. And why the hell not? Let's put on a K-Fun Mini. Not so bad, but the long size of the K-Fun Mini actually makes it look pretty weird. I think shorter tanks make it look much better. So let's keep the Wise Mech on here. Amor. Screw that back on. So let's go through the menu system. 5 clicks to turn it on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. COV, cancel vapor. And we're on the home screen. Now, this functions a little bit different than all your DNA type devices or Joytech style, like for example the Evic VTC Mini. In order to change your wattage, you have to press the up and the fire button at the same time, like so. And then the wattage setting starts flashing and you can change it. It does go all the way up to 40 watts. Let's try that, how long it takes. It starts going in 1 watt increments. It's fine. And we're back down again. Okay. Great. And to lock it in, just press the fire button one more time. In order to change your power output modes, you have 3 types of modes. You have soft, standard, and power mode. You just basically switch the down button and the fire button at the same time, and then those settings start flashing. With the power up or power down button, you can just basically select which mode you want. You have soft mode, power mode, standard mode. So whichever way you go, you can select it, and then again, to select it, to dial it in, just press the fire button and you're ready to go. Another cool feature that we have on the Minivolt is that we can basically check the firmware version if you would like to do so. In order to do that, we need to press the up button and the down button 3 times. So 3 times the up button and then 3 times the down button. Let's check it out. So 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, and we see the firmware version. Besides that, there's not really much to talk about. So as you could see, this is a variable wattage device only, no temperature control, but you have 3 different modes: soft, standard, and power mode. And that's basically about it. Small display, looking good. Let's go back up on top and have a vape. For me, the main selling point of the Minivolt is definitely its size. It's small and compact, it fits in your pocket. You can take it out and basically have enough battery life to get you through most of the evening. Of course, if you go out partying for the whole night, I don't think it will last you. But then again, I don't think that's the main purpose of it. I did have some issues with those power modes. Not issues in that way, issues in a way of firing consistency. So it sometimes happens to me, I don't know if that's just with my example or with all of them, but what I do find sometimes that when I press it, it doesn't deliver the power it's supposed to be. Even with the battery full, it's like it sometimes jumps automatically into the soft output power mode. Maybe if I vape it a little bit more. Working good? Still working good? Now, it's like the resistance didn't change, the wattage didn't change or anything. It's just like it automatically switches to soft mode. It happens about every 10 to 15 times. And sometimes I even you press it and you even wonder if it's on, or if you changed your settings in somehow. I don't think it's a big issue, because next time you press it, it basically goes back up where it's supposed to be. But I do wonder if that's something that's going on with all of them or just with my example here. So if you do have the same issues, please let me know down in the comment section. I'm really wondering if that's something that's going on everywhere or just with my mod. The firmware version I do have on this is V1.11. So check your firmware version, check if you do have the same issues. Maybe maybe, as I said, it's just with mine, but if that's something that happens to all of you or to most of you, I think that could potentially be an issue. After about 5 minutes, the Minivolt shuts down automatically. I don't think it's a big issue. I think they basically did that to save battery life, and I think it's more than welcome, especially it's a small mod and you will probably most of the time have it somewhere in your pocket. And if you forget to turn it off and it starts to fire, I don't think that's a good idea. So shutting down after 5 minutes, especially if this is not your main mod, I think it's good. Another issue that I have with it is it's not even the small battery size, and it's not that it shuts down, because I think that's, for me, that's a good thing. But I do think that it takes, for such a small, for a 1300 milliamp hour battery, it takes a really long time to charge, in my opinion. It can take me up for at least for 3 to 4 hours to charge, and it's not like you can plug it in and you know that like in 1 hour it will be done. Like for example, an Ego 1, I think it charges in 1 hour, it's completely full. With this, it takes longer. It takes like at least 4 times longer than charging an Ego 1 battery. And I think that's maybe something that can be improved. I do like the finish on it. It has a kind of a rubbery finish with a carbon fiber accent on the front here. And I think it looks pretty sleek. I think it looks really, really nice. You can see the carbon fibers here, okay? About the durability of this finish, I'm not so sure. I can see it started a little bit like chipping on those sharp edges here. Here, and maybe you can see it on top. The rest of it, it's fine, but what I do come to realize, whenever you set it down on a hard surface, I think those edges will wear out pretty soon. I do have it for a week now, but I can already see some chipping on the ends here. I guess only time will tell how this will hold up in an everyday use. To sum it all up, if you're in a lookout for a nice and small compact mod, I think you can't go wrong, as long as you're willing to look over some of those issues you might have. First of all, the battery size, I think it's okay for what it is. It takes a really long time to charge, so if you're using it during the day and you're planning to go out, I don't think you will have enough time to charge it and then take it out with you. So just keep that in mind. The price point on the Minivolt is somewhere between 35 and 45 US dollars. I got mine directly here in Croatia from mtmstore.hr, and it was 39 euros on their site. I'll leave all the links below so you can check it out for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. I'm wishing you a wonderful rest of the day. If you like this video, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.